Okay, so here I am with Justin Gary at Gen Con 2021, and he's about to show us how he set up and play SolForge Fusion, a game that he co-designed with Richard Garfield. Thanks for joining us, Justin.
It's my pleasure. It's so exciting to be able to actually show this off and be in the same physical place and do that now.
I agree.
So I'm going to tell you a little bit about SolForge Fusion. SolForge Fusion originated as just Soulforge, and 10 years ago Richard and I worked on that game. We made a unique digital-only trading card game. And what was so cool about that game was that your cards would actually level up as you played them. You played creatures in lane-based combat. You're trying to knock your opponent down from 50 to 0. But the fact that every card, you get a hand of 5 cards every turn, and you pick which 2 of them you want to play, and those 2, not only do they come into play and do what they do, but then you get the leveled up version that goes into your discard pile, and then every few turns you shuffle. So when you play, there's no mana systems to worry about, there's nothing that gets in the way, but the strategy around, do I want the card that's best for me now, or do I want to think about what I need to play later? Or do I want to think about what my opponent's played and what I know they've leveled up? And so there's this really fun interaction, and you also can just tell better stories around the cards, right? So I have the Scorchbane Dragon's one of my favorites. He starts off as a little egg, then he becomes a whelp, and then he becomes a giant fire-breathing dragon that does damage to everything on the board, right? And so there's a lot of fun that comes with that. So fast forward now, here we are 10 years later, and the reality is that we wanted to re-envision SolForge in a way that brought something new to the table. And when I say to the table, I mean actually to the table. We have a physical game now.
Yes.
And what's we've done is we've taken brand new technology to be able to digitally print unique half decks. So if you're familiar with Keyforge, one of Richard's games, right?
Oh yes.
He created this algorithmically generated decks, so every deck is one of a kind. But there were some challenges with that. One of which was you had no ownership over your deck, right?
Yes.
You just bought the deck and that was it.
Right.
And here, because each half deck is unique, you can combine any 2 half decks you want to create the deck you want to play. So
it gives you a reason to want to collect half decks and try out new combinations for sure.
Exactly, and you can really kind of try to find the thing that you're looking for, and you get a lot more play value out of everything that you have. So it's been a very exciting thing, and we've gone further in actually algorithmically generating the cards. Keyforge only algorithmically aligned the decks from a normal TCG set.
Yes.
We've algorithmically created cards such that there are over 15,000 unique cards in set 1 alone.
15,000?
Yes.
That's insane.
Yes, it's insane. And of course that turns into more permutations for half decks than there are atoms in the universe.
Yeah, I was going to say, you could without doing expansions, you could just print half decks from now until the end of time and never run out of new combinations of those cards.
Exactly. And so but we've also put a lot of thought into how do we make this accessible too, right? Because on one side, this is exciting, it's always new. And another side, it's like, well, how the hell am I going to wrap my head around 15,000 cards and 1 million half decks? And the way that we're doing that is each of these cards is designed so that they are basically using words you know and combining them together. So a leyline vermin means something very specific. The vermin half and the leyline half both mean something specific, and then when they combine together, they're going to create the creature that you have. Right?
Oh, I see.
So a forge plate yeti is one that's going to come with armor, and as opposed to a hibernating druid, which was going to take longer. And hibernating means it's going to have a weaker early game and a bigger late game. And so in fact, you can learn about 280 components and then really understand what's going on.
So there might also be a leyline druid somewhere with a new combination.
Exactly right. And so that lets you kind of wrap your head around what's going on. So as soon as you know the names of the cards, you actually can know what they do.
That's cool.
And so it's a really fun thing, sort of like Diablo equipment, if you've ever played that game, right? So they have infinite permutations, but you know when you see the words what they are.
Yes, and I know exactly what you mean.
Yeah, so we've done a lot of things to really make this come together, and let's show you exactly how it comes together.
Please.
So again, each half deck is going to come with 10 level 1 cards, 10 level 2 cards, 10 level 3 cards. All you do is you take the level 1 cards from each of your 2 half decks, shuffle them together, and then add them up, and they'll be ready to play. So you shuffle those together, and then put them into the area where it says deck. The other thing you get to do, which is a cool way to customize, is each half deck comes with a Forgeborn. The Forgeborn are sort of the iconic characters. It's going to represent who you are, your commander, if you will.
Okay.
And you get to pick which of the 2 Forgeborn that you want to use.
Okay.
One of the other neat things to note about the Forgeborn, on the back of the card, they're going to have the list of all of the cards they come with, right? This is part of what makes them unique. And a QR code that you can scan to add into your online collection.
Oh.
Yeah. And when it's in your online collection, we are going to have a way for you to export that into Tabletop Simulator so you can actually play games with people no matter where you are, no matter what kind of quarantine quarantine status it is, and we're not only going to be supporting organized play at the store level, which is the heart of the game, but also we're going to be doing organized play support with prizes through Tabletop Simulator and online events.
That's great.
So we're really trying to be take the best of both worlds and really bring it together. So each of these Forgeborn has their powers algorithmically generated as well. So you don't know the game, so you can just pick whichever one you like the best from art.
I'll be Ironbeard.
Ironbeard, great. So
yeah,
it goes into the Forgeborn area over here. Okay. The other one gets set aside. We both start at 50 health. Okay. Now you draw a hand of 5 cards from your shuffled deck.
Very good.
So one of the other things that you'll note here is that there is this little card here is what we call the Forge.
Okay.
This dictates who has the initiative in the round. We have a shared turn. We're both going to alternate playing cards until we've both played 2 cards. Because I have the Forge, I'm going to be able to play first, and my creatures are going to be played in the front row. You'll notice there's kind of lanes here. There's a front. The front row means that they're aggressive and they're going to attack you right away. If you play creatures, they're going to be played in the back row, which means they'll still defend. If somebody's in front of them, they're going to fight, but they won't initiate a combat against me. And so that's the kind of, you get the advantage of going second, so you can see what I'm doing and play around me, but you don't have the ability to just kind of come at me and right away.
Okay.
So we're going to start off, and I will play a Wind Spark Elemental. And what happens when I play the Wind Spark Elemental is I can immediately go find the level 2 version of the Wind Spark Elemental, which is right here, and it goes into my discard pile. And then you would get to play your turn.
Okay. So now I'm probably going to want to defend against your Wind Spark Elemental.
Yes, and Wind Spark Elemental has an ability that when he damages a player, he also gets to deal that much damage to an enemy creature. So you don't want to let him damage you. That's true.
So now I'm guessing that the plus is his life and the
little battle axe
is his attack.
Yes, very good.
So I'm going to want somebody who's going to have enough life to defend against him, yes?
Yes, you got it.
So I'm going to play Leyline Vermin. Looks like he's got stats that could possibly deal with our Windwalker Elemental,
yes.
Am I right?
Yes, absolutely. That's a great matchup.
And his deploy ability says I can exhaust a creature.
So he gets exhausted, and exhausting only has an impact if he has some kind of activate power, but for now that's going to work. And so you get the higher level version of your Leyline Vermin, who's also a big bad there, so that's great for you, bad for me. And you've actually completely undone the strategy that I had. I really
I stumbled upon it.
I know. Yeah, I know you didn't. You didn't see it possibly, but you did it. So what I was gonna do was I was going to get really clever with this Rotund Mystic. When I deploy it, I give another one of my creatures +3 attack, which is still going to work, and then they get mobility 1. And mobility lets you can exhaust it to move to one lane. So I was going to get out of your way, but because you exhausted my guy, I can't get out of the way. So that worked out very well for you. So it was a good unseen strategy that you've undone. But I'm going to go ahead and get my leveled up version of the Rotund Mystic. And you'll see, right, the stats on this guy, it's only a 2 attack, 2 health. So he's not that great, but the level 2 version is a 9/10, which is a really good set of stats and a big bonus. So I'm kind of setting myself up as not being in the best position right now, hoping that I'm going to be able to make up for that later. We'll see if it pays off.
Okay.
So you get one more play before we're going to move into combat.
All right. So, well, in which case, I'm going to play the Palladium Hindermind because they have 2 attack and 8 health, and they say deploy, give a creature 3 armor this turn. So I think I can give that to my
that's a good choice there.
And then it says if you have another mage in play, which I don't, you may move it to any lane.
Okay, so that worked out again. This was the last turn. This will be in this pile because it's the last turn you destroyed my strategy without knowing it. This time you perfectly countered my strategy because I had gotten myself a +3 here. Sorry, so this was at 7, so it was exactly enough to trade with your guy.
And that's why I wanted the armor.
Exactly, the armor is now going to stop me from being able to do that. So let's resolve combat. Combat's resolved simultaneously across all the lanes. So we'll just do it in one in order here. So this guy does 2 attack to your 8 health. So we're going to go down to 6.
Okay.
And you do 2 attack to my 2 health, which means he's gone. Now, one thing to note is cards that get played never go back into your deck. They always go to the banish pile. You're only going to be getting the leveled up cards, and the cards that you don't play, they're going to cycle through your deck.
Gotcha.
Similarly, my guy here was going to do 7 to your 7 health, but your 3 armor is going to stop 3 of that, so you are instead going to still remain at exactly 3 health, and my guy is going to die also. So, you've cleared my board, you've got a full board yourself, well done.
Thank you.
At the end of the turn, anybody that's in the back row moves up to the front row. They'll be ready to attack next turn. We trade control of the Forge, so you're going to be having the initiative the next round. discard any cards you did not play. They go to your discard pile. And then draw a new hand of 5 cards. And we're going to do that again.
Okay.
Each cycle through the deck, you're going to draw. You would take 3 turns, and then we'll reshuffle so that you won't draw the last 5 cards in your deck in the round. So you'll see 75% of your deck every time you go through it. So
okay.
So you get to play again, even though it looks like I should be playing a card because your board is full and mine is not.
Okay. Oh, all right. Well, let me try, because this sounds interesting. I'm going to have to ask you what this ability does. But I think he seems like an interesting creature to play. I'm going to play this Shardplate Delver, who says he has Breakthrough and Override +3 attack, +3 health. Now, how does that activate?
So Override means if you... so you can only have 1 creature per lane.
Okay.
But if you choose to play this over one of your creatures, it's called Overriding, and then you would get that bonus.
Oh.
So this guy is so it's sometimes like, for example, in the case where I have my little 2/2 guy that's not that good, it's a great target for an override because he's not going to be. I don't really want to utilize him.
Fair enough. So I'm not going to do that then. I'm going to do him as his own creature.
I think that's still the right play here. So you get to get the leveled up version of the Shardplate Delver.
And what does the Breakthrough do for him?
Breakthrough, it's in the other deck. So there's the deck. The green cards are going to be in here. The white cards are going to be in there. So the Breakthrough is sort of like Trample in Magic. If I have a guy here that has less than 5 health, any extra damage is going to come right through to me.
Okay.
Oh boy, you've not made this easy, my friend. I appreciate that.
I'm having fun.
I always feel like I'm supposed to let the demoer win, but now I just feel like I gotta defend myself somehow. All right, I'm gonna start just by trying to get a good matchup here because I'm in a bit of a tough spot. So I'm gonna play a Veteran Reaper over here. Whenever one of my creatures damages an enemy player, it gets +2 attack.
Oh, wow.
So we're going to go ahead and get the Reaper. And again, just mostly at this point because he's a good matchup in that lane. Exciting.
I am going to play the Dismantling Justicar, mainly just because he has a whole lot of attack. And I feel like that's a really good thing right now because I'm about to have a lot of attack coming your way, I'm sure. Other than that, he had an Override ability, but of course I'm not using that.
Okay, so now I have to decide how aggressive a player do I want to be. And the answer, I think, is very. Because I know you've got a lot of damage on the board. I don't have any good guys that can really match up super well. I guess I have one. I have one good matchup. So I can either play defensive. Nah, you know what? I'm going balls to the wall.
Oh, okay.
So, because I'm the player without the Forge, normally my creatures all get played to the back. But the aggressive keyword lets me get around that.
Oh.
That lets him move up and be played to the front.
Oh.
And the reason I'm taking advantage of this opportunity to play over here is because my Veteran Reaper power, whenever I deal damage to you, he's going to get a bonus to his attack.
Yes.
So I'm going to take the worst side of this exchange, but I think it's going to be enough for me to take the initiative next round.
Okay.
So we're going to roll through the combats. Because this guy here is unopposed, you're going to take 5 damage directly.
So I go down to 45.
Correct. I'm not opposing you here, or here. So that's 2, 7, 13 that I'm taking. So I'm going down to 37. And this lane here, you're going to do 4 to my Reaper. My Reaper's going to do enough to take out your Leyline Druid.
And my Leyline Druid gets
to the banish pile. Yeah, over
here.
Here.
Banish pile. Yes.
Yep.
Sorry.
Great. That's all right. You haven't lost any cards till now, so that's the
that's why I didn't
the funny part about this lesson. Okay, and then this guy gets +2 attack bonus from my Veteran Reaper because he did damage to you.
So then my guys go back to
Nope. Everybody stays in the front. Once you move to the front, you stay in the front.
Oh, really?
Yep. So you're gonna keep the momentum on.
Okay.
So then we exactly the same thing. Discard, swap, draw 5. Now this will be the last time before we shuffle, and so it's 3 turns every cycle through the deck. And it's easy to know because if you ever actually draw
this is so fast.
Yeah, the game goes very fast, and so each game takes about half an hour. And the goal is that it's like very replayable because not only is it different every time depending on which cards you choose to level, but of course if you shuffle any 2 different half decks together, the whole game is different. So there's a lot of excitement. I have got to turn this around. All right, here's what we're gonna do. We are going to play a Zealous Walker.
Okay.
When I deploy it, I give an enemy creature -3 attack and -3 health.
Ooh.
So I'm going to make this guy into a 1/3. So he's got a better matchup. Or I have a better matchup anyway.
So I've only got 3 attack. I do not have the ability to kill you there.
And I also have the deploy of draining you for 2 life. So I'm going to go up to 39.
Darn.
And then it's your turn.
I'm going to start just because I got to play this creature. It's so cool and I want to see it happen. This is the Glowhive Siren. And she gets 4 to her life and always gets to gain attack equal to how much her life bonuses that she
Right.
gets.
So this is so you're getting +4 to your life in this case.
Oh, this is to
This
me?
is for you, yeah.
Oh,
And
I didn't realize.
And it's going to get 4 attack.
Oh, so I go back up to 47 then.
Yeah.
That is awesome.
Yes, he's right. I was about to do that
my
same
mistake.
thing. So yes, because you don't have the forge, this guy is backed up.
Oh, yes.
But that's all right because you're still in a combat zone that's going to be likely beneficial to you. Okay. All right. We're going to go for it because I'm also intrigued by this. So I'm going to play a Crypt Necromancer.
Okay.
I can, when I deploy it, I give all of my zombies +1 attack and +1 health. So this guy is going to an 8/5. This guy is going to a 2/6. This guy's not a zombie. And then I am going to use his activate power to upgrade a level 1 card in my discard pile.
Okay.
So I'm going to actually upgrade my Yeti Warcaller to a better Yeti Warcaller, and then I actually upgrade the Crypt Necromancer himself.
Okay.
Did you get the leveled up version of this, by the way?
Oh, I did not. I forgot.
Yeah.
I was so focused on what I was about to do for my next turn, I forgot to add them into the discard pile. Thank you.
Yeah.
So, because what I'm going to do for my next turn, I think might be clever.
Oh, I like clever.
So I'm going to give it a shot, and you can let me know if you think this was right, if this was clever.
Yeah.
So I'm going to play Vine Lash, and I'm going to have the Shard Plate Delver attack your now super powerful crazy guy who gives bonuses to your other zombies. They'll hurt each other. He'll kill him because he's only got 5 life left. Am I correct?
Yeah.
And you'll kill me, but I'll also debuff your other zombies.
Yes. Okay. Well done. Well
Thank
done
you.
indeed. All right. So then these guys die. Don't forget that your spell also goes to your banish pile, and you get the leveled up version.
Excellent.
So that is the trickiest part. Right? When we made this game originally, it was a purely digital game, and
Yes.
so all that leveling was done automatically. It usually takes like 3 or 4 turns, and then once you get the hang of it, it becomes automatic. Okay. So now we get to see how these combats actually work. I have a 2 attack guy with 4 health. You have a 2 attack guy with 6 health. So far, nobody's dying. So I'm going down to 2/2. You're going down to a 2/4.
Indeed.
Nothing here. This matchup's not going well for me. You're going to take 4. My guy's going to die. Here you go.
Oh, thank you.
And then over here, this one is going well for me.
Indeed.
So your guy's going to die, and my guy's going to take 3. Okay. So now we get to the fun part here. Again, just as always, any creatures in the back move to the front. We're trading control of the forge.
Yes, indeed.
But instead of just redrawing a hand of 5 cards, we're actually going to reshuffle and then draw a hand of 5 cards.
Oh,
So the last 5 cards are not drawn.
Oh.
So every cycle, there's 20 cards in the deck. You're going to draw 15 of them every time.
Oh, I see.
So that keeps the game variety up. It makes the game go faster. It's actually some of the improvements we made from the original Soulforge. Original Soulforge, it was 30 card decks, and you drew 4 hands.
That's very interesting because, there's always that sense of if you can card count, this card is in my deck. It's going to come up at some point, but now you've added an element of uncertainty, and I like that.
Yeah. Yeah, it does. We when we first were working on the game, we did it exactly like that. You draw through the whole deck, but it just became too predictable and too, it just was not as much fun. And so now it's more fun.
Any decision made in the name of fun is the right decision.
Yes, that's right. Speaking of fun, and I'm going to talk now a little bit about these Forgeborn powers that haven't come into play yet. You'll notice they have a level 2 power, a level 3 power, and a level 4 power. Every time you shuffle, your Forgeborn levels up. So now you can use the level 2 power. You can use this power 1 time between now and the next time you shuffle your deck. So anytime over the next 3 turns, you can choose to use this power. You can, mark it by turning it sideways or moving it wherever.
So my ability is this turn, when a creature you control is replaced, you may resummon it in an empty lane.
So you know how you had those override powers?
Yes.
When you replace your creatures, now you can actually replace them and resummon them. So there's a really good combo with some of the cards you've already leveled up. So hopefully you would save this until you draw some of your cool override guys, and then you'll get to bonus, especially things like this Palladium Hintermind, where he's already weakened.
Yes.
You could replace him, then resummon him as brand new, and lots of nastiness.
Yes. So I would like to do that. I'm going to definitely do an override on him because I'm going to override him with this Dismantling Justicar for the +5/+5.
Oh, I'm in big trouble. I don't know why I gave you that play. I don't know what I was thinking to give you that play. All right, so so this guy's gonna get +5/+5 by default. So he's gonna be a 9/11, 11/9 rather. So okay, cool.
11 attack, 9 health.
And
that
then
is great, yes.
you also so you've activated this power presumably.
Yes.
And then now you can resummon that guy wherever you'd like.
So I'm going to just put him right in the middle here. So now he summons to the back, yes?
Yep, you've got the Forge, so he summons right
to the front, of course. Silly me.
My guys are going to summon to the back, sadly.
And now I played my
This guy you
Justice
level
Guard,
up. Right,
so I get him to level 3.
Yeah, that's right.
Okay.
Keeping things interesting.
The Dismantling Justicar. Level 3 in the discard.
Oh boy, and then you also get to deploy power again because this guy was resummoned, so you can also give someone armor 3 this turn.
Right. Who needs it? So let's see. Well, you know what? I'm going to give it to my Glowhive Siren because she's a little hurt, so I'm going to bring her up to a 7 on the life.
All right, so yeah, technically the shield is not exactly the same as a 7 because the shield will prevent damage this turn, but it won't. If I don't attack it, they won't.
Oh, it only. Oh, so you know what? Actually, let me. I didn't understand my mistake.
No problem.
I'll give it to the Justicar then, because that way we are going to fight.
There's a fight happening. Okay, that makes sense. All right, I got a plan.
Okay.
It's a strange plan. It's a strange plan, but I'm going to do it, I think. Okay, here we go. The Soul Reap. I can drain any creature for 3, and then I can play a level 1 beast for free.
Okay.
I'm actually going to drain my own creature for 3 life.
Oh.
So this guy's going to die.
Okay.
And then I'm going to gain 3 health back to 42. Then I get to play a level 1 beast for free.
Okay.
I'm going to play a Spite Hydra.
Okay.
If one of my creatures was destroyed this turn, he gets +3 attack and +3 health.
Oh, now I understand why you did that.
Yes. So we've got a little bit of a bonus, and I get to level up 2 cards because I played 2 cards.
Yes.
So I'm, again, trying to set up for a better late game here.
I get it. Yes. That is super cool.
Okay.
And that is super dangerous for my poor Glowhive Siren.
Yes.
She's in trouble.
Sorry, but I am cheating this time. Since he's
it's okay. Okay, so you know what? Let's override my Glowhive Siren.
Oh no.
And we're gonna do it with the Shardplate Delver.
Oh no. That's so bad for me. That's so bad for me.
So he gets +4/+4, so
yes.
So it winds up being a 10 on the life.
Yeah.
And a 9.
Yeah.
On you're faster than
that's fine. I was just getting the 1 here for you.
And a 9 on the attack, which should be pretty sufficient.
Yeah.
This gets discarded, right?
No, it doesn't.
It doesn't.
No, it doesn't do that either.
Oh.
You activated this power that lasts for the whole turn.
Okay.
So whenever you replace a guy, it comes right back into play.
Oh.
You drew both of the cards that you set up to level for exactly the right moment. And you guys are getting played to the front.
And they're getting played to the front, yes.
And this guy's deploy power retriggers, so you gain 4 more health.
Oh, yeah.
And this guy gets 4 attacks.
You know what's funny is I did all this amazing stuff without fully realizing what I was doing.
Yeah, well, so
actually.
it's really cool because you're getting to see, we're getting, to show off some of the cool stuff that can happen, right? The basics are simple, right? It's play 2 cards, I play 1, you play 1, and then attack. But there's ways and synergies that can come together that really help this game to come along.
That is really awesome.
So it's been an exciting thing to see, and a little bit sad from my perspective, but I'm glad that we're illustrating it for everybody at home.
This is awesome. I'm really liking this.
All right, I still have at least 1 pseudo trick up my sleeve.
Oh.
I have the Rotund Mystic, which is just a good big guy, and I can give another one of my creatures +4 attack, and it gets mobility 2. So I'm going to give this guy +4 attack.
Okay.
Actually, wait, this guy's up to 11 health?
10.
10. Okay,
10.
So then actually it's got to be this guy.
Yeah.
So he's going to go up to 12 attack, so that I can actually do some value in this fight.
Okay, they'll wind up killing each other.
Yeah, they'll wind up killing each other, but I just can't afford to get pummeled here. Otherwise, I was originally planning to just chunk that guy down a little bit more, but that's not going to work. So anyway, here we go. And now I think, did you level up your Delver, by the way? I think you got your level 3 Delver in the
You
green
are right, and I did not. My mistake.
And then now I think we get to actually brawl here. So this guy gets eaten alive.
I had the shield on him.
Oh, right, yeah, and you don't do anything to you. Okay, cool. But at least he soaks up 11 from me. I'm going to take 2 from this, down to 40.
That's not so bad.
These guys are going to trade after
dead,
lots of pumps. There's giant big fights here.
So now that goes...
Yeah, they all get banished, right? And then this one, I'm going to kill your guy, and you're going to do 4
damage.
to me, so I'm going down to 6. Whoo-wee! Okay, and this guy slides to the front.
Wow.
Flip these, discard, and draw 5. So we are now in the second turn of the second cycle. All right, I'm going to start by playing this Fleet Warhound here. It's a 6/5 with mobility 1, and I will stop there.
Okay. Let me ask you a question.
Yeah.
I have a card that says summon a gizmo. What does that mean?
Great question. So there's a bunch of cards that are these little tokens here. Every faction gets 1 double-sided token. So the Aloyan have gizmos and mega gizmos.
Got it.
And the Necrium have mindless zombies and zombie brutes, and so on. And so these are these come in the starter kit, and so they can just be summoned. They're the only algorithmically generated cards.
And the mega gizmo is much better than the gizmo.
Better than the gizmo. Yes, much better. But you need more powerful cards to do it.
That's true. So here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to Energy Prism. I'm going to Energy Prism.
A creature -7 attack.
-7 attack.
Okay.
Now the question. I'm going to do this guy so he's at 0 attack.
Yep, he goes to 0.
So he can't harm my guy.
Yep.
And of course, then I'm going to get rid of this and upgrade my Energy Prism. And then the Energy Prism says I can upgrade a card in my hand.
Yep.
So what I'm going to choose to do is that card I was just talking about, the Summon a Gizmo, is the Nano Swarm. But I'm going to upgrade this because obviously the upgraded version, which I'm guessing is going to give me a better Gizmo.
Yeah, go check it out.
Will hopefully be significantly better. And sure enough, it lets me summon a Mega Gizmo.
Look at that. See, this is another thing that's actually really, I'm glad you were able to point out here, because when you have 3 levels of cards, trying to be able to understand what those are is not necessarily easy. So we've designed it so that each one has a natural progression. So you were able to guess without ever seeing the card. You were kind of able to guess what was likely to come.
Yes.
And one of the other things we've done is we've put little. These are still prototypes, so the cards will be better. But we have little reminders of what the leveled up stats are for your creatures. So the level 2 and the level 3 you can see it without having to go look for it.
Very cool.
Okay, now we're gonna do some tricksiness. So this is my second play in theory. What I'm going to do is I'm going to move the Warhound because he has mobility 1. So I'm going to move him over. Then I'm going to play a Yeti Warcaller over here. The Yeti Warcaller can activate to deal 5 damage to a creature or player.
Oh wow!
If and only if a creature has moved lanes this turn.
Okay, I see.
And so I'm going to go ahead and use that power, and I'm going to do 5 damage to this giant monster.
Oh, okay, he's down to 4.
I've got more to do though.
Okay.
My power is that I can sacrifice a creature to play a creature from my hand for free. This 0 power guy that already triggered for me.
Yeah.
He's now going to allow me to play another creature.
That is awesome.
And that one is going to be. Am I willing to take 11 here? That's the real tricky part. You're still so much higher in health. I want to just punch through more damage. I'm gonna be bold. I don't mind. It's fun. I'm gonna play my Windspark Elemental over here.
Let's do it.
So that is gonna be the end of my plays for this round.
Okay, I got to do this because this is too cool not to do. So, and especially because you have a lot of power coming at me. This guy's got 6 health and 9 attack. And this guy's got 7 attack coming at me. So yeah, I got a lot of attack coming at me. I want to stop something. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put out the level 2 Palladium Hintermind. It allows me to give someone 10 shield. I'm going to give it to himself to be able to block all of the 9 attack. And then it says, if I have another mage in play, I can move it to any lane. Now, is that the other mage or is that himself?
The target. That's a great question. Actually, that's a good point about the templating. So yes, you can move that mage to any lane.
The other mage.
Yeah.
So I'm going to move him so he's not getting killed instantly, but also blocking still a large amount of damage.
Only thing that you should be careful of is just make sure you read this guy, because whenever he damages a player, then he gets to do that much damage to an enemy creature also.
Oh, fair enough. Thank you very much. You know what? Then in which case I will keep him there, because you're right. Yeah.
So it is a useful situation, but not necessarily worth it. So you get your level 3 Hintermind.
Yes, indeed.
And then we're going to start some fighting. So this is a bloodbath kind of round. You're going to take 7, knocking you down to 44. I'm going to take 11, knocking me down to 29. It's a serious hit. This guy is going to kill your guy and take 2, down to 3. And then over here, because of your 10 armor, I'm not going to do anything to you.
Yes.
You're going to do 2 to me.
Yes.
Okay. And then, the wash, rinse, repeat. Shuffle, discard, flip. This is going to be the last round of the second cycle.
And again, just to double check, when a creature is exhausted, it still gets to fight.
Correct.
Okay. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to throw out my new and improved Glowhive Siren, which gives me 5 life back to bring me back up to 49.
Oh, those guys have been... You've gained so much life from those. All right.
I love them.
And whenever you gain life, he gains the attack.
Indeed.
So he's going to get 5 attack.
Yes. Good. Which means he'll get to kill that guy this round, hopefully, if you don't do something tricksy to him.
It does look that way. I will give you that. I'm going to start with a Stitching Ghost.
Okay.
So when I deploy it, I get to level up a level 1 card in my discard pile, because I figure we're just about at the end of the cycle, so it's a good time to level up some more cards.
That's a fair point.
So I will level up my Varna's Pact. And then it's your second play.
Okay, I'm going to put out this new and improved Leyline Vermin, because I know that doing so, I can exhaust him to stop him from doing his activate ability that I think you were about to do to me. Was I right?
I so was. Oh, I should have walked into that. All right. All right.
I love it. This is great. This is so much fun. I'm getting this now. I'm getting it.
Oh my goodness.
And I'm looking for my my level 3 Leyline Vermin. I threw him in, and then did I get my level 3 Glowhive? I did not.
The ley line.
I forgot to get my.
You were already anticipating playing the ley line. That's
there we go. Okay.
Oh boy, that was unfortunate. Okay.
Well, I find it quite fortunate.
Yes. I guess really the perspective does matter. All right. I'm just gonna play a lowly Dr. Frankenbaum here because that's all I got. Oh wow, I had a totally different. This could have gone so differently. All right, let's have some combat.
Yes,
2 7-11s are going to bash each other down to 7-4s.
Yes, indeed.
Here we go. That's for you.
Well, thank you. I appreciate it.
I'm finally going to take out this monster here, and he's going to take out my Stitching Geist.
Indeed, indeed.
You are going to crush my little Windspark Elemental, but go down to 1 yourself.
Yes, indeed.
And nothing's going to happen here because my guy's in the back row. Now my guy's going to do 9 to you, knocking you down to 3, and you're going to do 2 to me, knocking me down to 2.
Right. So hopefully I did my math correctly.
Looks like that was good math. Good math. All right, and now we get to move into the final cycle, or the third level of the game. So our Forgeborn ready again. Now you'll have access to your level 3 Forgeborn power. Reshuffle your deck, and you're going to start drawing your level 3 cards.
And that one allows me to summon up to 2 gizmos. Summon up 2 gizmos. Give your robots 6 armor this turn.
So gizmos are robots. There you may also have other robot cards, of course, as well.
So now I can do that in addition to the card that I play on any given round?
Exactly.
That's fantastic.
And I may play a level 1 or level 2 creature from my discard pile.
That's also fantastic.
Yes, the powers get better and better on the Forgeborn as you move up the chain, of course. It's one of the other things I really like. The Forgeborn are kind of the main characters. You know, they're the Jedi, they're the Planeswalkers. You know, and so they actually we're telling the lore and the story around them, and we're planning to have storyline-based tournaments where you can influence it based on which Forgeborn you've chosen. If you win the tournament, your Forgeborn then becomes dominant in the story arc, and we're still working on all the details of it, but it's something I'm really excited about to get people invested, not just in winning, but also in the story and in playing, and really getting behind their their chosen champions.
That is very cool.
Okay, I have the Forge now. This time, I'm not going to make the same mistake that I did last time.
Which mistake was that? Waiting to do the
Yeti Warcaller was the mistake in question. Yes. So what we're going to do is we're going to start with a. I think probably this is the way to do it. A Fleet Warhound here. He has mobility 2. I will immediately use the mobility power.
Okay.
To move him to another lane, and then I will use the Yeti Warcaller's power to do 5 damage to.
Which one are you going to kill?
That's a great question.
They're all killable.
This guy.
Yeah, I thought it might be.
All right.
Thought it might be.
All right. So now you can do your thing when I'm not quite as afraid of my ridiculously getting crushed again.
So now let me ask you a question on timing.
Yep.
So I've got an ability that can give. My ability says I can summon up 2 gizmos and give my robots 6 armor. Now the gizmos, they count as robots.
Yeah,
yes?
they are. They have the creature type robot.
So now let's say I'm playing a robot from my hand.
Yes.
Now, do I have to play that robot first to make sure he gets the 6 armor?
Yes.
Okay. But if he has an ability that triggers off of armor, I might still want my gizmos to come out because they're going to get a ton of armor on the field.
You can do all of the things.
The card in my hand is the Forge Plate Yeti, which counts as a robot Yeti. He gets 1 armor himself, but if I were to play him first, he could get the 6 armor from this. But he has the ability that says, deploy, you may deal 1 damage to a creature for the total number of armor on each of your creatures. So I imagine it would still pay to get the 2 gizmos out first so I could do 12 damage to somebody.
You have it exactly right.
Okay, so I'm going to do it that way. I'm going to activate the portal ability.
Yep.
I'm going to pull out 2 gizmos, which...
there you go.
There we go. So the gizmos are each going to get 6 armor, which brings them...
That's not... Yeah, we can just use these if you want for now to signify the armor since it's a temporary bonus.
Thank you. So they're each going to get their 6 armor, and then what I'm going to do is for my actual play... I'm going to play the Forge Plate Yeti, yes. He gets 1 armor himself, and then he says he can do 1 damage for each of the armors on my creatures, which means I can do 11 damage to somebody.
13.
13 damage to somebody.
Enough to kill any creature.
Enough to kill any creature. I'm confusing myself. I'm being
too clever for your own good.
I think that's what's happening a little bit. Yeah, that's what we'll call it. It was me being stupid, but we'll call it being too clever for my own good. So now the big question is: do I want to take out the guy with mobility, or do I want to take out the guy that does a bunch of damage to me all the time and is really annoying?
Annoying guy. You talked yourself into it.
I talked myself into it.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right, I gotcha. Okay. So that guy's dead for sure. You get to level up this card.
Yes, indeed. Thank you.
And then I am going to play Frankenbaum Senior into this lane so that I can eat your Glowhive Siren, hopefully. Sorry, I'm the Forge. And that's it. That's all I got.
Okay.
So remember, these guys have powers. If you replace them, that you get a bonus. Oh yeah, they're also They also should be in the back. But.
Oh, my mistake. Yes, I'm gonna energy prison this guy here to give him -10 attack to knock it down to a 0.
Yep.
And then when doing that, I get to also upgrade a card in my hand. So I'm going to get rid of him and upgrade the energy prism itself to level 3.
Mm-hmm.
And then I'm going to upgrade a card in my hand, which I've decided to upgrade the Combat Prophets. So I will get a level 2 Combat Prophet. And there we go.
Okay. All right, now it's time for some combat. Let's see what happens. So nothing happens in this lane because there's your guy's not in the
because I'm
front.
not attacking.
Here, my guy has 0 attack, so he's not going to do anything useful, and you're going to do 2 to me.
Mm-hmm.
So going down to 6. Here, I have 6 attack, which is enough to kill you.
Mm-hmm.
You have 5 attack, so I'm going to go down to 2. He has an ability that when I if I destroy a creature, I get to summon a zombie brute.
That is awesome.
We're going to wait a second to resolve that,
okay.
to resolve everything here. This guy attacks for 4. Your guy has 4 health, but he has 1 armor, so he does not die.
Yes.
So you're going to go down to 1. And then Frankenbaum is going to take 2, and he's going to go down to 3. And then these last two are going to kill each other. So it's good math on that one.
Excellent.
And then now I get to summon my zombie brute. So I'm going to get my big bad brute over here. And then, yeah, that's it. Slide your guys up.
Okay.
Swap control of the forge.
Okay.
And here we go.
All right.
And you've used your Forgeborn power.
Indeed, I did.
To good effect.
Oh, thank you. I appreciate that.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to bring out the new and improved Glowhive Siren. Gives myself some 6 life back, so I get up to 55.
Yay. This guy.
I love that card. He's so good.
I think I'm going to nerf him after this. All right, so you gain 6. So this guy's a 6/10.
He is indeed a 6/10, and that'll be it for me.
All right, I'm going to get paid off a little bit here from my Varnish pack that I leveled up before. I get to summon another zombie brute, and then I can give an enemy creature -2/-2 for each minion that I have in play.
Ooh.
All zombie brutes are minions, so I'm going to give this guy -4/-4 and drop him down to a 2/6, which is a far better matchup for my 6/6. However, this guy's played to the back.
Oh, that's rough.
And that's all there is to say about that.
Oh, yeah. Well, that is fair, and that is, yeah, that's a bit brutal, really. I was going to say, I'm having a little trouble surviving this round. It's looking
Well, you've
like
got so much more health than me. I need to be able to punch through, so I've been trying to play for the late game. We're going to see if it pays off.
I'm going to drop a Nano Swarm so I can get a Mega Gizmo, and I'm going to put my Mega Gizmo right there. So yeah, because then it will, you know, be able to
at least trade there.
At least trade and take out Dr. Frankenbaum is the idea.
And did you play that? This was your level 2 Nano Swarm, so you go get a level 3 Nano Swarm.
Thank you, thank you.
And then,
wow, that thing is awesome.
yeah, that one's really good. Okay, so that's your last play. So now I get to kind of. I feel like most of these matchups are actually already working out pretty well for me.
Yeah, you've definitely turned it around.
So I'm just going to replace this 0/6 with a big Yeti Warcaller.
Okay.
And then, so he just goes away, and now I'm ready to resolve some combats.
Yes.
So you're going to do 2 to me here, and you're going to die. You're going to do 2 to me here, and you're going to die. These guys are going to trade.
Yes.
But I get to summon a zombie brute because I killed your guy.
Yes.
From this guy. This guy's going to kill your guy, and he lets me summon a regular zombie, mindless zombie. And this guy's going to kill your guy. So I'm going to not summon the regular zombie because there's no point, but I will summon an extra zombie brute.
I was doing so well.
You were doing so well, and now I just turned the tide.
Where has it all gone?
I have turned the tide, and now this whole massive army is going to advance.
Oh, I'm in trouble.
We're going to trade. Look who is on what side.
Oh, no.
And now we see. Okay. I actually feel like this is probably just one of my best things. I'm just going to, I just have a little burn spell. I'm just going to deal 5 damage to you.
Okay.
Because I've already got board presence, so.
And now I'm down to 50.
Back to where you started. That's my one downside. So yeah, I have a lot of work to catch up on as far as getting damage through, but fortunately I have a lot of friends to help.
So this guy's got 13 life and he's got 9 attack. He's the biggest threat, but he can also activate to deal 7 damage to a creature or player.
If something has moved to this turn.
If something is moved.
And it's unlikely anything's going to move because my lanes are full, unless you want to play a move creature, which I'd be happy for.
No, I don't think so. But I definitely do want to block him. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to throw out my level 3 Leyline Vermin there, who's got 17 life and 10 attack. Now, it won't be enough to kill him when they fight, but it will absorb the damage coming my way.
Right, and you can also, if you'd like, activate him to exhaust a creature, so you could stop me from even having the possibility.
Let's do that. Let's exhaust him. Now, do I have to exhaust him for the activation?
Yes.
Yeah, so that he cannot do his ability, because I don't like his ability, for sure.
Yep.
I mean, I would like it if I had it.
You know, I think I'm going to be doing this other crazy play like I did last time. I'm going to Soul Reap my own guy.
Oh.
Going back up to 34.
Okay.
And then he's gone, and then I can play a level 1 or level 2 beast for free, and I will play the level 2 Spite Hydra.
Okay.
So it was he gets +4/+4 because one of my guys died. So he's up to a 10, 11.
Ow.
Yep.
Ow.
Fun for the whole family.
Ow.
And I get to level up both of those cards. This game's gone on longer than most, but we've had a lot of interesting back and forth.
Yeah, this has been crazy. This has been really crazy. I don't think I've got anything to counter that. And it's got 10 damage coming my way. Anything I feed it, it's just gonna eat. It might be better to try to take something else off the board if I can. The question is, can I? Yeah, I could take one of your other creatures off the board. So that's what I'm going to try to do, because I think at the moment that might be the better option. So I'm going to come over here with the Armored Bear, which is going to let me, of course, upgrade that in my discard pile. And hopefully will be enough that they'll at least kill each other.
Yep.
Yes.
All right. So.
Oh, and that should be back here.
Yep. And so now we go to combat. You're going to take 6 here, 6 here, and 11 here. So that's going to be a total of 12, 33? No, sorry, 23.
23, yes.
23. 33 would be even
So,
more. 23.
Sum down to 27.
Okay. Still ahead, by the way. No, actually, no,
Oh,
sorry.
am I?
I was at 34 now. I thought
I was going to say, no,
here.
I think you turned it around completely.
All right, so then 9 to here and 10 to here. So this guy's going down to 3, and your guy's going down to 8. And then you're correct that these guys are going to trade. Okay, cool. So now we've reached the end of the 3rd cycle.
Okay.
Right. So now we're going to actually reshuffle our decks again.
Okay.
Right. Flip these over. And now our powers for our Forgeborn are up to the level 4 powers for the Forgeborn.
Wow.
And so these are, game-ending giant monstrosities. And the beauty of this game is, like, even when you have a game that can sometimes last a while like this, if we go through to the end of this cycle, the end of the next 3 turns,
yes,
it's sudden death. Whoever has the highest life total wins. So it guarantees that the game is
I like that, because, yeah, it guarantees it's not going to drag on.
Correct. So,
and this is even, you said this was a long game.
This is a long game. Usually it takes about 30 minutes. Actually, I want to be conscious of time here, too, because we can probably, we've been running through. But I think this is going to end in a turn or 2.
Fair enough.
So you have the Forge.
Indeed. I'm going to summon 2 gizmos with the Warmonger mod. So I'm going to get 2 gizmos into play. Let's see. Let's stop the gigantic attack coming my way, because that's brutal. And this guy's already taken some damage, so I can still ping at him a little bit. And I'll find the upgraded version of him, and that's going to be good for me.
Okay, I'm going to place this guy here, replacing my zombie brute.
Oh.
I'm going to give this guy +5 attack and move him to another lane. Actually, I'm going to move this guy +5 attack and move him to another lane.
Oh.
So he gets out of the way. Then...
Wow.
I'm going to use my Yeti Warcaller, since a creature moved, to do 7 damage to... Do I care about that guy? This guy.
Aww.
Okay.
Total gizmo.
Your turn.
Okay. Okay. I'm going to do Summoning Council and summon 2 Wisps. Let's see. Do we got the Wisps over here?
Yep.
Wisp, and Wisp. And then I'm going to activate my ability and give everybody 10 shield.
Yep. Yep. Okay. You're hanging around pretty well here.
Trying.
I will... Yeah, I can't...
I feel like I'm delaying the inevitable.
Yeah.
I feel like you've got me, but...
I do think that that's true, but we don't know for sure. All right, I'm going to play just a big creature at this point, because that's the best I can do. So now combat's going to happen. Your 10 shield is going to protect all of your creatures. So this guy's going to take 2 and go to 9. This guy is going to die. This guy's going to take 2 and go to 4. This guy's going to take 2 and go to 11. But 17 That gets through to you.
And I am down to only 10.
And
that was a lot of damage.
That was a lot of damage.
Yes.
So then we would go to one more turn here, I think, which would, I think
it would call it.
Yeah.
Let's call it.
Good match.
Good game. That was freaking awesome.
Yeah.
It was back and forth. I absolutely loved it. I feel like I really got a good feel for SolForge Fusion by playing this game.
Yeah, you really did, and you can see as you start playing through the cycles, the different synergies and the different matchups that start to happen. You start playing around certain kinds of cards. Even the same decks playing against each other, you make these different subtle choices based on what your opponent's leveling to what you want to level and how you want to play. And then, of course, the fact that there's an infinite number of decks that you can be playing means that even in just one starter kit with four half decks, right, you have 6 different permutations, you have tons of different ways to play. So the goal here is something that's really just a game that you will want to play for the rest of your life.
When will this be available for sale?
So it's on Kickstarter right now.
Okay.
It's going to be on Kickstarter just for less than 2 weeks now. It's September 30th is the last day of the Kickstarter.
Oh, okay.
So anything that, people that want to get in on the ground floor, have access to our Kickstarter exclusive edition, each of the cards, each of the decks is going to be numbered. So you'll know exactly which number deck in the world that you have. And so there'll be something that makes it an extra cool collector's item. But then we'll be releasing, and that's only for the US right now, but we'll be releasing and planning our global release for April of next year.
April of next year. Now, when the Kickstarter completes, will there be the ability for late pledges?
Yes, there will be. We will allow for some late pledges for as long until we get the actual print run done. So it'll probably be another couple weeks, maybe an extra month.
Well, so that's really awesome. So if you guys see this, even if you see it after the Kickstarter is ended, head over. There will be the ability for late pledges to get your hands on some decks for SolForge Fusion. This was awesome. Thank you so much for showing me your game.
Thank you so much for playing. This was awesome.
Thank you.
Yeah.